Good afternoon, everybody. Just a quick video before I turn in and go to sleep. Wanted to talk about baby Elaina. Where is baby Elaina? I'm sure some of you probably haven't heard about it if you don't watch the news like I do. And about the only time I ever hear about it is on HLN or CNN during the evening times when they talk about the case. Just a brief summary of what I do know right now. Baby Elaina is 18 months old, and she went missing on June the 2nd. She hasn't been seen since. Her mother is in custody, charged with child endangerment. The way this all came to be was Elaina's father came to pick up Elaina and her 4-year-old sister for his visitation. When he got there, Elaina's mother came out and, well, she'd been sitting outside. I think he said she was sitting outside smoking. And he told her he was there for the girls. She goes in, she brings the 4-year-old out and gives him the 4-year-old. And he tells her that he's waiting on Elaina to bring Elaina out. She says she had just put Elaina down for a nap and she was not going to wake the baby. He insisted upon taking his 18-month-old daughter with him. And the girl's boyfriend came out. And his name is Stephen King, so, you know, that name kind of sticks with me. I don't have to look at notes to remember his name. But anyway, Stephen King comes out and tries to fight with Elaina's father. Starts cursing and telling him, you know, she's not going to wake the baby up. He rips off his shirt and goes after Elaina's daddy, like he wants to fight him. So Elaina's daddy gets back in the car with his 4-year-old daughter, drives away and goes and gets his dad. Well, so him and his dad come back over there, and his dad gets out and insists he wants to see his granddaughter. They tell him the same thing. They just put her down for a nap. They're not going to wake her up. Finally, they're insistent. They're not leaving until they get Elaina. Elaina's mother and Stephen King go back into the house to retrieve Elaina, to bring Elaina out. And they're in there like 25 minutes, leaving these people out there waiting. And when they come out, she comes out screaming that somebody took Elaina, somebody took Elaina. The baby's gone. Well, now during this time, Stephen King never came back out of the house, the boyfriend. He never came back out of the house. He went out the back door. So they spent that 25 minutes in there, I feel like, cooking something up about what are we going to tell them about Elaina disappearing. I think Elaina was gone before they ever got there, and I believe they did something with that baby. She helped in the search, but they've not found Elaina. She was finally charged with child endangerment. She says that her and her boyfriend went to the Family Dollar store, and when they came back home, that the baby's door was still closed, so they didn't bother to check on her. Okay, now who was with the baby when they went to the dollar store? That's what I want to know. And that may even be why she's been charged with child endangerment. Her sister says, or her stepsister rather, I believe, said that a day, I think it was a day before baby Elaina disappeared, that Elaina's mother had told her that when she woke up that morning that Elaina had a black eye, a bruise, and blood around a nostril. She asked Elaina's mother, did you take her to the hospital? She said no. She said she asked her boyfriend to check on the baby to make sure the baby was okay, to see if she needed to take the baby to the hospital, and that he said the baby was fine. Henceforth, she didn't bother taking her daughter to the hospital. So now that she's locked up, she's telling a little bit of a different story. Her stepfather has been interviewed. Her stepfather says that she told him, well, this is what her stepfather says. He said that while she doesn't know where the baby's at, But she does know who took the baby. And that she told him that she can't talk to the police because if she does, then she's next. If you was to just see her, they showed her in the courtroom, I guess for her arraignment the other day. And if you were to just see her, you might feel sorry for her because if I didn't know anything about the case, I would probably say, I was feeling sorry for her. She was just all boo-hooing and crying, But I was watching her mouth move too. And while the tears were genuine, and she looked like she'd been spending a long, long time crying, I was reading her lips. You couldn't hear what she was saying, but I was reading her lips, and they kept showing this over and over. And while she was standing there crying, her lawyer had said something to her. And it looked to me like she nodded her head and said, okay. And then, then she said, and it looked again to me, the way her mouth moved, was she had said, I just want to go home. Like that. Now, be it, if I had done nothing wrong, yeah, everybody wants to go home. There truly is no place like home. But if I was in a court of law and my child had disappeared like that and I did nothing wrong, going home would be the last thing on my mind. I would be saying, I want to find my baby. I just want to find my baby. Not, I just want to go home. So, yeah, she does have something to do with this. Something is not quite right. They went not too far from where they live and drug a river, but I think they're talking about going back there. It's a marshy place. This baby may never be found. If that baby had bruises, then no wonder Stephen King disappeared, because he's got something to do with it. And the mother does too. They said that upon going inside the house that it was uninhabitable for people to live in. There was dog feces everywhere, and they said it was just horrible. So something was going on in the house, and now poor baby Elaina is gone. I don't understand what's going on in the world today. All these people that don't want their children, so they throw them away. And especially people that have step-parents in their children's lives, and step-parents do something with their child and then they cover for them. Don't you know anything about this person before you get involved with them, enough to let them around your children? That's bizarre. That's just really, really bizarre. How can you defend someone that has hurt your child? I don't understand that. And what about the 4-year-old? I wonder if he had ever hurt the little 4-year-old girl. And what had Elaina ever done to deserve whatever has happened to her? Did she cry too much? These days and times, you really don't have to do much of anything. You know what? This case reminds me of the Haley Cummings case. Poor little Haley Cummings, how they never, ever found Haley. And that's just never in the news anymore. It's never talked about anymore. I guess it's a cold case. I guess, that's exactly what this case reminds me of. It's exactly what it reminds me of. So, God bless little Elaina and Haley Cummings. And so, if you've heard anything about this that I haven't said so far, then just please feel free to leave a comment and let everybody that watches the video and everybody that wants to know something about this, let them know what you know. And until next time, bye-bye.